She-Rag got me. It's Week 10 of the 2023 season. All eyes are on Jamar Chase. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Vikings and the Saints, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. Gone alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Vikings coming into play, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after it.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. Taken in at the 3, and he won't quite make it to the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
That was good tackling right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate or make it slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Prescott down. And he finds Howard complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On second down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run it again with Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Prescott. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
To try again after the sack. Prescott. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. This defense for the Vikings, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Operating from the gun. Doyle. And that is incomplete. A lot of force ball down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Kamara up the middle. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Prescott. Open man is got it. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
So many times in my career, coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, Maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott dancing, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Amari Barno make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. Flushed out right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense, you can't score on them on defense. So to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week out. But the starters ready to score in the 1st half. Don't stick with in the 2nd. Funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
From the gun on 3rd down. Doyle trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And the Saints are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They begin on the ground with Kamara. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. 41 yards on the ground for him so far. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Kamara. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
3rd and long for Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And now the kick short, but this is a live football picked up in the end zone.
I did not try to down that. That would have been housed. That was automatic.
The Vikings ready to go again on offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them started on a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Doyle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. He already had an interception earlier. Now Charleston says, I think I'll get another, and I'll take this one all the way back to the score.
Well, you know how I feel about those defensive backs, especially safeties. They're certainly some of the best athletes on the team. They have to do a little bit of everything. And when you combine their athleticism with their field vision, those types of plays result.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. He's had a great season, plenty of touchdown passes, but that last throw, not one of his finer moments as it was returned for a touchdown on the pick six. Now he starts again here, 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception. Doyle. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Looking to throw on second down. Doyle. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Doyle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. They haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. Taking this almost a leg into the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
That's taken in by Dulcich. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second down, pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
To throw on third down, Doyle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Well, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there hauled in by Claypool. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott. That is caught. Josh Reynolds.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
Prescott's throw on target to Godwin here.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Kamara trying again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last two plays having gone backwards? To throw is Prescott. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That's good on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Back to throw now on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 33. rookie season made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front in the second quarter. DK Metcalf, a touchdown reception. From there, we head a little further north up to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they trail the visiting Colts as that one's gone to the intermission. Christian Kirk, a touchdown catch in that first half. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings, and they didn't get a whole lot of
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where you just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going.
Holding. Offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Operating from the gun, Doyle. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way. And
you get a look at the final readout on air distance according to next-gen stats. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Carlson able to put this one through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So here are the Saints to take over. They've got the lead right now, and last week they were able to defeat the Atlanta Falcons here as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. Prescott on 1st down.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still...
And now before the ball changes hands, you're going to take a look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
Throwing to start the drive. Doyle. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Christian Watson,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
It is fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Doyle.
He will find his man Chase complete.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
They'll run with Peterson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
To throw on 2nd down. Doyle, the quick slant caught. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal.
The kicker received in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Kareem Hunt
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And we got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
Prescott looks to throw on first.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down. pounded up the middle with Kamara. And some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 27-yard line. 102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Alvin Kamara, Charles, a guy from your alma mater there in Knoxville, and he has developed into a perennial Pro Bowler on the strength of big plays like we just saw there. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 2nd and inches, Prescott over the middle here to Brown.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Again, this is Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Josh Reynolds from 3 yards out.
And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Looks for the extra point. They will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
And now out comes Minnesota.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down. Back to throw. Doyle. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He'll keep it himself. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, Peterson.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. They run again on 1st down, Peterson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Swings this out for Hunt. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those small decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
That's complete right around the 8. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Got check time on both sides. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. A carry here for Hunt. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kareem Hunt, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Play action now. Prescott able to hit his target, Claypool. But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Prescott now. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. First down, Prescott. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
To throw, Prescott.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a first carry for their fullback. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Lutz is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down 27-24, a minute 12 to go. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw.
That's complete to Chase.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man. Complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that... shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
We all just got a heck of a short quarter. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done and get a victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome is in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the Saints, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12.
out.